Blood sugar management is usually framed from the perspective of medication and diet. But that's only part of the picture. But one of the most powerful and often overlooked tools for regulating blood sugar is skeletal muscle. Here's why that matters. Skeletal muscle is responsible for 80% of glucose uptake after a meal. That's 80%. In other words, after you eat a meal, most of the sugar that's in your bloodstream doesn't get processed by your liver or get stored as fat. It goes straight to the muscles. But that only happens efficiently if your muscles are active and responsive. So how do we improve this? Exercise. Exercise is one of the most powerful tools. It doesn't just burn calories, it helps muscles directly become more insulin sensitive. Research indicates that in individuals with insulin resistance, a single session of exercise alone can increase muscle glucose uptake by 50 to 100%. That's a huge impact, and another reason why movement is so essential for metabolic health. When someone develops insulin resistance, which is what's seen in prediabetes and in metabolic syndrome, this process starts to break down. Muscle glucose uptake can drop by as much as 50%, making it harder for the body to clear sugar out of the bloodstream. This contributes directly to high blood sugar and metabolic issues. But muscle's job doesn't just stop at glucose uptake. When muscles grow, a process called hypertrophy, they literally reprogram how the cell uses glucose. It's not just about fueling movement anymore. Bigger, stronger muscles start redirecting glucose into efficient biosynthetic pathways. Muscles and other cells begin to use glucose efficiently to build tissues, repair cells, and just support overall function. One study found that muscle growth led to a 40% increase in certain pathway activity that directly supports antioxidant defense and other critical functions. This means that your muscles aren't just passive storage tanks for glucose. They're active metabolic organs. They absorb, store, and even transform glucose depending on what the cells need. So what's the big takeaway? Muscle is a metabolic powerhouse. It plays a critical role in maintaining healthy blood sugar levels, not just by burning energy, but it regulates where glucose goes and how it gets used. And the more metabolically active your system, and the more metabolically active your muscle tissue, the better your entire system functions. If we want to prevent diabetes, improve insulin sensitivity, or just build better health habits in general, we physically cannot ignore muscle. Muscle isn't just a calorie burning machine. It's one of your body's most important tools for metabolic regulation.